Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, Dr. Altaf Khan here today with another important topic, rather that can be called as the heart of respiratory system. Clear? Very important topic related with the Viva, with the best choice question point of view, especially with the point of short essay questions. Our today's topic, we will describe and try that after the end of that lecture, inshallah, you will remember the pulmonary volumes, values of the pulmonary volumes, and which volume is which thing, that you will remember. But before understanding this thing, my request is draw this diagram with me. If you draw this diagram at the time you are seeing that video along with me, inshallah you will remember each and everything. Clear? So we will start. We have drawn a line along the x-axis, this. Clear? A line along the y-axis. This is basically what I will tell you. This is the recording of the pulmonary volume by spirometer known as spirogram. Clear? That is. But we are creating a scenario. Draw a line here, draw a line along the y-axis. Now, first marking give at 0. I have labeled this 0, you also label this. Our peak graph is up to the 6000. Clear? 6000. So, if that is 0, this will be called as what? This we may label as this is 1000. Clear? That will be called 2000. This one will be 3000. Clear? Now what about this? 4000 simply, then 5000. Equal marking. Clear? You have drawn this. And now after this, draw a line. We have to draw. I will write down above 1200. So where will be approximate 1200? If we take the mid of 2000 and 1000, that will be here 1500. So this will be 1100. This will be around 1200. So I will start from 1200. Will draw a line here, and will go up to the end. Clear this? So after 0, first line at 1200. Then draw second line. At the end of the lecture you will understand why we are drawing at these values. So then draw second line at the 2300. Where? We'll make it red so that you easily see this. 2300. So 23 means 2000, 21, 22, 23. So I will draw a line here. 23. Then after this, draw a line, write down 2800. So 2800 will be there below 3000. So where will be our line? Our line will be, if that is 3000, this will be 29, this will be 28. So at 28 I am drawing a line. This line is called at the line of 2800. How many lines? First at 1200, second at 23, third at 28. Now one line remaining. That is last line. Draw this at the value of 5800, 5800 means one line below 6000 is 5900. Two lines below smaller line we will make it here, and we will draw a line here. Have you drawn this? Now our understanding will start. You have drawn these lines. Now see that I will make it for you, explain this graphically. Basically, when our graph goes upward like that, upward means we are inspiring. If graph go downward, downward mean we are expiring here, expiration. That concept should be in your mind, then you will able to understand. Now suppose we are at rest. You already know when we are at rest, we inspire air, expire same amount of air at rest. What air that is called? Simply tidal volume. When we are inspiring, expire normally during quiet breathing, that is called as tidal volume. Clear? How we will put tidal volume here? This is important thing to understand. See that our tidal volume basically starts from here, that we inspire and expire certain amount of normal air during quiet breathing. So our graph go like that. We inspire normal amount of air, our inspiration ends here, inspiration ends here. Clear? So we inspire air, then what we do, then we expire normally at rest same amount of air. Clear? So what happen, inspiration start ends here, then expiration start ends here, then again next inspiration start, we take at rest certain amount of air, then again same amount of air, as lower down we are saying expiration, to same amount will be expired, our expiration ends here. Now importantly, when we are at rest, our inspiration expiration is such that we inspire certain amount of air, same amount is expired, then again same normal amount inspire expire. So our inspiration expiration goes in this line. Now from here, this is resting point, we have starting inspiration, take certain amount of air, our inspiration ends here. Now what amount we have inspired expired during normal quiet breathing? This is normal quiet breathing. What do you think? How much we have inspired expired? Our graph started from 2300, reaches up to 28, not beyond that. What is the difference between these two values, 28 and 23? How much? Simply 500. What? 500 is this value. 500 what? This is in milliliter basically. What is this? This is the normal amount of air we inspired or expired during quiet breathing. This is called as tidal volume. Number one volume is tidal volume. How much is its value? Calculate from the graph. Difference between 23, 28, 500. Clear? Now again same, if we are at rest, our graph will start from here and here, repeatedly it will in and out the air, same amount tidal volume normally. Now again if I take breathe in here, here is I have getted that tidal volume. Now suppose at this point, this is not quiet breathing, we have taken the air of quiet breathing. After this point, suppose I need extra amount of air, so that I am in exercise, the person is in exercise, the person is running, the person is doing any vigorous activity, this tidal volume cannot fulfill body's demand, body's oxygen. So the person will take in, as we are going upward, we are inspiring, will take in extra amount of air, and with full inspiratory effort his graph may go up to this point, up to the peak, this point. What is the value here? 5800. Now tell me, what is this from here to here? Can we define this? We can define easily from this graph. See the graph. This is the amount of air inspired with full inspiratory effort after taking tidal inspiration. Clear? Our tidal inspiration in here. So we will define this like that. This is the amount of air inspired after inspiring tidal volume with full inspiratory effort. Clear? So this is called as, this is not normally taking, this we take in certain situation like exercise, heavy work. Clear? So this is called as inspiratory reserve volume. First was here tidal volume, number one. This is number two. What that is called? This is called inspiratory from our reserve volume. Clear this? IRV. I have labeled this. Now tell me what is the value here. Inspiratory reserve is not starting from here. Here is starting tidal volume here ends here. From here inspiratory reserve volume start up to here, mean here value is 2800, that value is 58. Difference between them is how much? 3000. So the value of inspiratory reserve volume is 3000. Clear? Now number third point. Now one volume, second volume, clear. Now this we have inspired, again same volume will be expired up to here, we will expire, same inspiratory reserve volume will go out from the lung, then tidal volume which was taking here will go out from the lungs. Now at this point our tidal volume is also expired. Now what do you think? Can we expire after this point? Can we expire? My point is, suppose we start here, we are inspiring normal amount of air, then expiring same, this is called tidal. Our tidal inspiration ends here, then tidal expiration, and at this point if I say to someone expire further, can he expire? He can expire by using extra muscle of expiration after expiring normal air that was taken by the diaphragm, and then that air go out with the help of elastic recoil, tidal expiration. After this, if the person use expiratory reserve muscle, clear, it's muscle of expiration, abdominal muscle, and exert force, he can expire certain amount of air and his graph go ultimately will reach this line, will not go lower down than this line. Now this is how we will define this line from here to here, or we can also say that from here this is the amount can be expired after expiring tidal expiration. We can expire this up to this point. So this is the amount, this or this point is same. This is the amount of air that is expired after expiring tidal volume. The amount of air expired after expiring tidal volume with full expiratory effort. This is called as another volume, expiratory reserve volume, volume number 3. So we will write down this volume also here, expiratory reserve volume. This is volume number 3. Clear? Now tell me what is its value. Can you calculate its value? This is whole mathematics. This is 1200. End point is 1200. And start point of expiratory reserve was 23. Difference between them 23 and 1200. This is 1100. This was called expiratory from R reserve from V volume. Clear? Third volume. Now again the same will be, again the expiration will go back, we will go back, this tidal volume will take in out. Clear? So this again we will take in out, again tidal volume, tidal expiration. In this way our normal expiration will go. Now the point is this, with maximum expiratory effort we have expired expiratory reserve volume, we have taken full effort and tried to expire all my air out, but my graph go up to this point. What is this? This in the graph basically show the amount of air which remains in the lungs even after forceful expiration. Clear? This was forceful expiration. We have expired expiratory reserve, but still some air remains in my lungs. What is this air? This is the last point, this one. This remains in the lungs. This is called what? This is called last volume, RV, residual volume. So we have 4 volumes. This one is called from R residual volume. How much is its value? 0 to 1200. Simply 1200 is the residual volume. So is it easy? It's very easy to understand. But by this graph and by drawing these values and these lines, you will understand. Now I am repeating this volume. we take in normal inspiration, normal expiration, the amount of air taken in normal inspiration or expired in normal expiration is called tidal volume. Value is 500. Sometime beyond tidal inspiration, if we exert inspiratory effort, we can inspire beyond tidal inspiration some amount of air known as inspiratory reserve volume. Value is 3000. Then fourth was expiratory K. After tidal expiration, here you can easily understand, after tidal expiration we can expire some amount of air with expiratory effort known as expiratory reserve volume. Number 3. Number 4, even after expiring forcefully, some air remain in the lungs known as residual volume. Number 4, its value is 1200. Clear? So that's, these things should be in your mind. Now pulmonary capacity, what is that? This is basically combination of two or more than two pulmonary volume. If we combine them, add up these among these four volume, 2 or more than 2, that will be called as pulmonary capacities. Pulmonary capacities are also 4 in number. Clear? You can easily understand that. Suppose, what do you think? This was the line of tidal volume, and if you go this and I add up this, in this line, this one is tidal volume, that one is inspiratory reserve volume from here. So if we say this tidal volume and inspiratory volume, if we combine this is basically called what? This, if we define from the graph, this is basically the amount of air inspired with maximum effort. Clear? This is normal effort plus maximum effort. So total amount of air go inside the lungs with maximum effort is called inspiratory capacity. What this is called? This is called inspiratory capacity. Inspiratory capacity is combination of inspiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume. If we check their values, inspiratory reserve volume 3000, tidal volume 500, value is 3500 ml. Very simple to understand. This is combination of this is called inspiratory capacity. Clear? Now again, if I draw a line from here up to this is inspiratory reserve volume. What is this? From here, this is tidal volume. If you add up this also in this is expiratory reserve volume. So combination of expiratory reserve volume, tidal volume, inspiratory reserve volume, what that is called? This is called vital capacity. Very important, VC. Number 2. What is that? Number 2 is VC, vital capacity. Vital capacity is a combination of what? Inspiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume plus expiratory reserve volume. Can we define this? We can define this. We are inspiring, see, normal air go inside lung, extra air go inside lung. From this point what happen? Expiration start, first we expired extra air, then we expired tidal volume, then we expired the air with maximum effort. So this vital capacity can be defined as the amount of air expired from the lungs, first filling the lung up to maximum extent, then expiring with maximum effort. Clear? So the amount of air expired from the lungs, first filling the lung up to the maximum extent, then evacuating that lung with maximum effort. This whole is called vital capacity. What will be its value? We can easily calculate. Inspiratory reserve volume 3000, tidal volume 500, expiratory reserve volume 1100. What is the value? Remember, 4600 ml. This is called as vital capacity. Clear? Important parameter. Now what should be volume capacity number 3? What do you think? Still some capacity remains or not? What is this point? Now we normally inspired air, expired air, normally inspired air, normally expired air. Here or here, what happened? Basically normal inspiration start and here normal expiration start end here. At the end of normal expiration, this is the point of normal expiration, and at the end of normal expiration, this amount remains in the lungs. Clear? And at the end of forceful expiration ends here, this amount remains in the lung. At the end of forceful expiration, amount remains as residual volume. At the end of normal expiration, amount remains is combination of expiratory reserve volume and residual volume. Their combination is called a capacity. This is called as functional residual capacity, FRC. So functional residual capacity is what? This is the amount of air remains in the lungs after normal expiration. Clear? Now functional residual capacity is combination of residual volume plus expiratory reserve volume. This residual volume, this expiratory reserve volume. Can we calculate its value? Yes, we can easily calculate. Residual volume is what? Residual volume is 1200. What about expiratory reserve volume? This is 1200. This is 1200. 2300. We have done this 1100. So plus 1100. So its value will be calculated as how much? 2300 ml. So at the end of normal expiration, 2300 ml remains in our lungs. Clear? If we forcefully expire from this, we can expire this 1100, still 1200 remain known as a residual volume. So how many capacities? 3 capacities. There is 1 capacity remaining. What will be that? So for that I will draw a line from here and will go up to the end. What is this? What come in this? In this come inspiratory reserve volume in this line, from here, tidal volume, from here, expiratory reserve volume. What about this residual volume? So all the 4 volumes in that, what volume? Inspiratory reserve plus tidal plus expiratory reserve volume plus residual volume. What is this? This is called as total lungs capacity. What? Total lung capacity. 4th one, last one. What will be its value? We are starting from 0. The line starts from 0, reach up to peak. Value is 5800. So the value of total lung capacity is 5800 ml. Can we define this? Yes, we can easily define from this graph. This is the amount of air that can be inhaled in the lung with maximum effort. Clear? Or the amount of air present in the lungs when it is expanded with maximum effort. When we exert maximum effort, with maximum inspiration, we expand the air up to here. So at that point, this will remain in the lungs. This is called as total lung capacity. Clear that? So this is very important lecture. Try to understand this. This is the easy way to understand this. If you use that graph, you will easily remember these values, because these values are asked in exam. They are asking tidal volume, vital capacity, these things. So this lecture inshallah will help you to remember these values. Okay. Thank you so much.